Hi, I'm Kalisa Marie, and I'm so excited because Tastemade has partnered up with Team FreeStyle Libre, and I'm joined today by blogger extraordinaire Alysse Dalessandro of Ready to Stare. We're gonna be making some of your favorite childhood dishes.
So what I gave you was my mom's sauce recipe and my Nonna's meatball recipe. With diabetes, you have to know how to manage your glucose levels as it relates to what you eat. So I'm excited to learn about a version that I can enjoy any day.
And that's exactly why we're here. This version is going to be leaner and have twice as much fiber, but not missing out on any of the flavor at all.
I never want to have to sacrifice on flavor. I love feeling empowered when I'm eating, and one of the ways I feel empowered when I'm making decisions about what to eat is with my FreeStyle Libre 2. It's a continuous glucose monitor that I wear here on my arm, and it helps me make informed decisions about what I'm eating.
So these are the ingredients for our meatballs. Usually, of course, there's breadcrumbs, but in this case, we are using oatmeal. Once you turn up the heat and add the olive oil, I'm gonna finish chopping our onions and our garlic, and we'll get them sweating. This recipe actually has more onions because we're using such a lean cut of meat. This is gonna be yours.
Got
we have
it.
some salt, pepper, add all this garlic that we chopped up, some dried oregano.
So Kalisa, how are these onions looking?
They look perfect, actually. So you can cut off the stove. I'm going to get them onto this, spread it out to help it cool down faster. So we're gonna get the rest of our ingredients ready to mix up these meatballs.
This is the best part, I'm so excited.
Alysse, can you crack these 2 eggs and give them a quick beating with the fork? Awesome. Usually meatballs are usually 80% lean, but this is even leaner, which is why we have all these flavors. So there's the basil.
Ooh, I just love the way that looks.
We have, oh, the first one was the parsley. This is the basil.
This is the basil.
Can
But they
tell by
look
the
similar,
smell.
they smell and taste very different. And we dump this in?
Yes,
Okay,
our 2
perfect.
eggs. And we have all this delicious Parmesan cheese. Our oats, which we talked about, again, you won't tell the difference.
It looked the same until this moment.
And some water. And then can't forget the onions that we sauteed.
This is the most important part of the recipe, is the mixing. And this is when you put the love into it. Nonna taught me this part, and that was and I remember being like 8 years old and be like, really? You want me to get down in there and really touch it like that? Ooh. And she was like, yeah, you have to put the love into it. What do you think? More mixing?
I think it looks good to you. It looks great to me.
Perfect.
Instead of pan frying these, we're actually gonna bake them in the oven, 325 for about 15 minutes, and that'll give them a firm texture before we put them right in the sauce.
Perfect, that sounds good to me. I love this recipe, but you really get your hands dirty on this one.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing I don't want to get my hands dirty for anymore is finger sticks. And I don't have to, because I have the FreeStyle Libre 2. It's a continuous glucose monitor, and all I need is my phone. Do you want to see how it works?
Yeah, that's so cool. Show me.
You just open the app, and then you hold it up to scan your sensor like this. And then it gives you a reading right here, and you're able to see if you're in range, high or low, and then you're able to track it throughout the rest of the day.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's amazing.
So now that our meatballs are in the oven, let's move on to the next step.
The sauce.
The sauce. We are using a bit more olive oil because it's going to add that rich unctuousness to the sauce. So why don't you hit the stove and we'll start heating it up, get our olive oil in there, and I'll chop some onions. All right, let's get these into our pot. Please also season them with the salt and pepper while I move on to the garlic.
Got it, I can do that.
All right, so these are looking good. I'm gonna add the garlic, some oregano, and some crushed red pepper, just a little bit to give it.
I was say that's not in my mom's, so we'll see. A little spice.
Now let's get our tomato paste in, and you really want to stir it once I get this in.
Ready.
Stir it up, and we really want to get some color on there, and that color is going to equal flavor.
This is looking good. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. So you can grab the basil, grab 2 like big pieces, and I will get this in here. All right, drop that right in.
Just like this? You are a culinary genius. It looks delicious, but it's not done yet.
It's not done yet. We're gonna let this simmer for about 1.5 hours at least.
We can wait that long, right? Yeah. I think we made the most of that 1.5 hours. How's our sauce looking?
Let's give it a quick taste.
I think we're there. What do you think?
I think so too. And these have just been in the oven for 15 minutes because we want to finish it in the sauce so it gets all that flavor, and also so it adds flavor to the sauce because we still want that meatiness in our tomato sauce.
Let's take them one by one and put them in.
Plop them right in. All right, now they're all covered up, and we're gonna let this bubble away for about 30 minutes. They look so good.
It looks amazing.
And yeah, I think we're totally there. I'm gonna cheese this up.
Ooh.
Fresh basil.
These look good, but I think we need a little bit more sauce. One thing about Italian cooking, more is always more.
The moment of truth.
Right. You did it.
You go first. Oh!
You did it. You made my Nonna's meatballs taste exactly the same.
What?
Without the breadcrumbs, much leaner.
We added all those flavors to it. We have the parsley and the Parmesan, which, you know, of course, were in the original recipe.
Love
just
it.
amped it up a little bit to make up for the leanness of the meat, so I'm glad everything is coming through.
Yeah, it's perfect. I love it.
All right, well, until next time.
Let's eat.